Hey everybody, well, I thought I'd take this opportunity to go through everything I'm taking on my trip. Kind of a lot of stuff, but yeah, the idea was I was trying to take as small amount of stuff as possible. It's kind of my thing. So I'm not really even sure where to start here, but well, I guess I'll start with the basics. I got two main ways that I'm carrying everything. I got a basket in the front, and I've got a backpack, which I'll pick up a little bit more in a minute, which goes in the back. So that's like the two major things. Guess I'll start with the front. It's just like a regular basket that you'd get for like a bike. See like any hipster in any big city in the US, like basket on the bike. Just kind of what this is. Anyway, inside obviously it's the most accessible part of my bags, so I got the stuff that I might need like in a hurry. So gloves, actually these gloves are great. Thank you family for the great Christmas present, because not only do you have these like super legit skiing gloves, but then inside you also have these like kind of more everyday gloves, which are good around here in Europe where it's not snowing, at least not in Spain where I am right now. But it's still a little cold, so it's good to have those. Obviously got the rain gear in here. On the bottom, I know you probably can't see very well, but I've got this like black homemade, basically a big trash bag that I made from like a plastic tarp that I put together that you buy at like the hardware store. Still not sure if that's really gonna quite work with my bag on the back. I haven't actually got it to work yet, but I'll see what I can do. I have faith in that. Okay. And let's see what else I have in here. You know, just stuff like a wallet, cell phone, stuff like that. I guess I don't really need to show you everything. Got cameras in here. But one thing I do want to show you, which is kind of interesting and unique, I suppose, is I went out and bought this GPS tracker thing, which is just kind of like cool to have. And it's what I'm using if you're on the blog and you're looking, if you click on the link for, forget exactly what it says, like you see my current location or whatever. This is the thing that I'm using for that. I don't really want to like name brands or anything, but this is like Spot GPS tracker. And basically it's just like a button I can press. I actually got it as a Christmas present kind of for myself and for my mom, because it's got like a check-in button that you can press. So every night I just press this button and then it automatically sends a text to my mom and to anybody else that wants it. But really it's just my mom, nobody else wants to get a text from me every day. That says, hey, I'm okay, and here's my GPS coordinates. And then it also uploads to the website. And then on top of that, it also has a couple of cool things. So like if I was really screwed, it's got an SOS button, and like they did a good job so you can't like accidentally push it. You know, like open it up and like press it for 10 seconds or something. But anyway, so if I was like really screwed out there, I press the SOS button, and the idea is that they would contact the embassy, and then I don't know, I guess like this goes to some Spot headquarters. They had some cool name for it when you were like reading the literature. It was like some sort of International Rescue Foundation or whatever. And then they would contact the local embassy for whatever country I'm in. And then the embassy theoretically would tell the local authorities. So whether or not they'd actually come save me, I have no idea. I think it probably depends where I am. Here in Spain, yeah, I think it's a decent chance. Out in like Kyrgyzstan, yeah, I'm not so sure, but anyway, it's good to have. I also have this other button over here, which is kind of like I got a couple custom message buttons, but this one's interesting because this thing's really kind of designed for like people that are like, going out on boats in the ocean and stuff, and or like you know going on fishing trips. So this button is like a help button, so you're supposed to program it to contact somebody that like you know, for example, if you're fishing out in like some lake or something, you'd have your friend that has a spare boat would be like your contact that you could press, and he'd come help you out or something. I can't really do that here because I don't really know anybody in really any of these countries. But anyway, so I just press this and it contacts my parents and says, hey, call the embassy, here's my GPS coordinates. Hopefully I never have to press this or the SOS button. Those would both be like incredibly embarrassing, terrible things to ever have to happen, but that's good to know that I can if I need to. Anyway, so enough about that, but anyway, this is kind of an interesting GPS tracker thing. That's basically it for the front basket. It's pretty light, not so much stuff in here. Obviously, the bulk of my stuff goes in the back. So, yeah, I got that basically I just got this backpacking backpack that you've probably seen before if you were if you're looking at the first video. I got it for less than $10 in Korea from a coworker that was leaving. Thanks Nathan, by the way, if you happen to be watching. Probably had no idea your bag was going to be used for this. But anyway, yeah, it's just like a low-level backpacking backpack, and that's what I put everything in. So basically, what goes in is obviously clothes. Need clothes. Got 3 major things of clothes. I got clothes that I wear when I'm biking. Got about 3 sets of clothes in here. Actually 2 sets at the moment because one of them is the one I had previously been wearing, and it's sitting in the closet airing out right now. Then I got my clothes that I'm going to wear when I'm not biking. Again, I think there's like 2 or 3 pairs of stuff here. And I just wear these like it's like clothes I'm wearing right now when I'm off the bike and I took a shower and stuff. Then I got a 3rd bag, which is kind of big at the moment, but obviously this will fluctuate because this is the dirty clothes I have. So dirty clothes of all types, and it's kind of big at the moment, like I said. But 3 bags of clothes. That's that. And they also have this super ghetto-looking bag. Looks like I'm a hobo or something, but basically it's like miscellaneous stuff that I put in the bag. So stuff I probably aren't going to need super quickly, an emergency or something. So I kind of tuck it way down in the end of the bag. But stuff that it's good to have. So extra electronic gear, extra like chargers, stuff for my phone, power converters, whatnot. Got some like spare rope, some fire starting stuff, duct tape. Of course, you need to have duct tape. One of the most underrated things you can ever have. Ran a bag of like toiletries, soap, just like whatever else. Q-tips. Good to have Q-tips. Not sure why. Those are important to me. And then hand sanitizer, which also doubles as kind of like first aid stuff. So, and I got some other first aid bandages and stuff in here too. But this is good for first aid, and also when I'm camping, I use this a lot before I'm eating because I don't have any water. So this is the way I keep it clean. And then yeah, just I don't pull everything out, but standard stuff you'd imagine having, kind of like. Oh, what do I have in here? Oh, this is kind of interesting actually. Got this emergency blanket. So like if I'm ever really screwed or I lose my sleeping bag somehow, or like it's just like freezing and it's just like sleeping bag's not cutting it or something, emergency blanket hopefully will keep me good to go. Emergency poncho in here as well. Glasses, goggles. Goggles I always bring with me. I've never actually had to use them. The idea is if it's like super rainy, or also I guess if it's like super dusty, if I got stuck in like a, what do they call it, a haboob, like a big dust. Less expensive than the compression sack that it's in, because it's actually like a decent compression sack I got for Christmas. Yeah, it's just, I think it retailed for like $90 when I bought it like 5 years ago. It's not down, it's made with whatever you make a sleeping bag out of that's not down. I mean, it's not like a complete piece of crap. It's like a 3-season sleeping bag. But anyway, that's about that. That's it. This goes in the bottom of the backpack, next to my sandals, which I'm also bringing. I don't know, whatever, sandals, go in this bag. Everything basically goes in a bag in the backpack because I don't really trust my homemade waterproof rain bag thing that I can't seem to get on the bike anyway. So the idea is that I got 2 ways of protection against the rain. I got a bag, hopefully that I can put over the backpack, and then I got bags with everything inside the backpack. Let's see, what else do I have? Oh, okay, so guess I should mention this. This is a tent, basically. along with some other stuff for my sleeping system. So got camouflage tarp and a mat. Didn't bring a mat on my previous kind of experimental trip in Mexico. Decided to bring one here, not just for comfort, but also because it helps keep you warm. And that wasn't a problem in the summer in Mexico, but around here it could be problematic. So decided to bring the mat. And inside you can probably just barely see it. I got a tent in here. $25 tent. It's really nothing special. I don't know what to say about it. I mean, it works. At least it has worked. And I made some improvements to it. So it's not just as it was stock. I fixed up some of the ropes, improved some of the ropes that came with it. I sealed it with this super legit tent sealer stuff. So, and I might make a couple more improvements as need be. But it is 25 bucks, and if it fails on me, I'll just buy another one. So anyway, this is my tent stuff, and this goes kind of like around the top of the bag, you know, like sandwiched inside like that. And next to that, I got my pump. Obviously you need a pump. I actually have two pumps because it's so important. But there we go, there's the pump. Let's see, within the bag itself, stuff that I still haven't taken out because I don't really need it while I'm staying at this hotel. But I got bags. I got bags with financial stuff, plane ticket itineraries, you know, stuff like that. Passport, of course. Everything's in bags again, trying to keep it watertight. A couple bags actually, and then of course I have the copy of my local newspaper, La Mirada Sun, because the deal is if you go on a kind of like a cool trip and you take a picture of yourself with the newspaper, they'll put it in the paper for you. So figured I'll bring this along, and then hopefully when I do get to Shanghai, hopefully again, I'll take a picture with this of the ocean and send it in. Let's see. I guess in terms of the top here, again, this is kind of a more accessible spot, so I got stuff that I may or may need. I probably would need, you know, in more of a hurry, like tools and stuff. I don't know if I need to get into all my tools. I mean, you can basically get the idea. You need tools on a bike trip, and I got a couple bags of stuff. Got some oils and stuff that I will need. Of course, I got some toilet paper, very accessible right at the top here, very important. Learned it the hard way. Some spare spokes, spare tubes. This is my main bag of tools. Pretty ghetto, but it works, so why not? It's been cheap too. Tire patches, tire levers, all sorts of weird screwdrivers and crescent wrenches and stuff. I will say, yeah, crescent wrench, man, like that's important. I actually have two crescent wrenches. It's something that they usually don't include in most bike kits, but I've found it to be very useful. Flashlight, good for camping. Actually, I have a couple different flashlights. Yeah, 3 I think, just because they're very useful. Also, I got, you know, need one on the bike so that I can see when I do occasionally need to ride at night. Yeah, again, don't really need to go into everything, but stuff with tools, deodorant, again, needed to be accessible. That's about it for the top here. So, I don't know, I guess I kind of covered everything. For the bike itself, here, I'm going to get the camera so you can kind of see a little bit of the bike. I mean, you're not really looking at anything special, to be honest. It's a bike I got off of Craigslist. I think it's originally from REI. I'm not sure where it is, but there is a sticker on there that says REI, which is why I think it's probably from REI. I mean, it's for if anybody cares, a Navara Metro. You can probably read that. It works. I took it on a test run for a month, like I mentioned before, in Mexico. Everything was fine. It's basically like an entry-level, I guess you could say, touring bike. It's basically a glorified mountain bike, and it's really not even glorified that much. It's basically just a mountain bike with some extensions that were added on the handlebars up here, so you can, you know, change your grips up. And it has an extra water bottle holder here. Obviously, I have a rack on the back. Quite proud of my duct tape water bottle holders there on the back as well. Got 2 48-ounce water bottles on the back here, and then another 2 very, very similar on this side. So basically the idea for water here is I'm not too worried around here because there's a lot of cities to refill water and you know, it's just not that hot, so I don't really need that much water. But yeah, I got so 4 48-ounce on the back. I got one down there, one up there, and then if I'm really in the desert and it's impossible to get weather and it's just like a real gnarly spot, I could put some water in my basket as well if need be, and I can also put it on top of my backpack, kind of just strap it on. So that's about it. The backpack actually goes on just with some straps that I kind of made. I mean, actually, I'm kind of a little proud of these. Kind of use my Boy Scout knots here. I got the, let's see, bowline knot there, I believe is what it's called. Got the, I don't remember what that one's called, the clove hitch or something, clover hitch, one of those. Anyway, so this, like, you know, you basically strap these things on and it forms an X around the back, and then the main way I strap it on is with this super legit industrial strength, like, and you can like ratchet things on, and yeah, I mean, the bag's not going anywhere. It's pretty good, and I know that because I knocked the bike over when I was stopped once, and the bag stayed on fine. Of course, I got the helmet. Obviously, you need a helmet, and I guess I should mention, everything's pretty low level, except for I did buy new tires. Actually, quite proud of the tires I got. I did spend some money on the tires, and I got some like nice touring tires, and I've taken them touring now for about 1,500 miles, both on this trip and previous trips. And I've really only had one flat tire, and that really wasn't even the tire's fault. It was kind of a leaky tube. So yeah, I mean, I really can't complain with these tires. It's gonna be sad when I have to get rid of them, because I mean, they won't last 10,000 miles at least. I really doubt it. So anyway, enjoying them while I can. They're doing a great job. The wheels I bought on like Amazon last year, they're like all right. They are new wheels though, so that's good. And like I said before, I do have the spare spokes, so I can deal with that if need be. But yeah, I mean, I think that's, I don't know, probably forgot a couple things, but that's enough. That's more or less it. I hope that this is going to be self-sustaining. I don't think that I'm going to need to go out and buy more gear when I get to cold climates or when I get to hot climates. I think this should be everything I'm going to need. I might actually get rid of a couple things, because I mean, the bag's filled to the brim, and you really have to kind of work a lot to get everything filled in, and get the bike strapped up with the bag and everything. So I might actually get rid of some stuff, but the idea is I'm not going to have to go buy more clothes or more gear or anything like that, knock on wood, like hell, who knows. But anyway, so that's what's up. Yeah, all right, well, see you later.